my name? Am I my gender? Am I my country? Am I my caste? Am I my body? Am I my emotions? Am I my job? Maybe I am atoms. But at the core, who am I? Is past me the same as me in present or future? Cells in our body are constantly dying and being replaced by new ones. Over time, this ongoing process means that every cell will eventually be replaced. So, all the cells we have now will die, and new ones will take their place. Therefore, I will always have different composition. The person I was in the past is not the same as I am now. As a child and as an adult, I am completely different. However, despite these changes, I am still the same person, whether as a child or as an adult. Thus, composition does not matter. Am I my memory of being me? If I am my memory, what if I forget? What if I divide it into two? Duplication is possible in nature, as seen in binary fission performed by amoebas. If I were to duplicate like an amoeba, would I share the same thoughts and actions as my duplicate? Would my other part be a mirror of myself? Maybe those parts could communicate through telepathy. If binary fission creates exact copies, which one would be the real me? Of course, the two parts would have different compositions of atoms, but does that matter since past me and present me also had different compositions? Could I exist in two places at once? A variable. If I am someone with choices and goals, what happens when those goals change? Will I no longer be me? As skills, knowledge, and experiences develop and change over time, are we losing ourselves or forming an alternative version? Are we variables of the universe? A variable is a bucket where values are stored. Maybe we are like those buckets, holding our memories, character traits, and everything else that defines us, all of which can change over time. This makes each of us unique. If that's true, then it makes sense that we can undergo changes and still remain ourselves. This perspective helps explain how personal growth and change do not alter our core identity. Then, that means we might be living in a simulation. Are we lost when we die? Are we still ourselves when we die? What were we before we were born? Did we exist before we were born? Do we disappear after we die if we didn't exist before we were born? Character. Character is what defines us and helps others recognize us. For example, look, she is a helpful person, or she is the most beautiful girl in the world, or she is the saddest person in our class. After death, will I still retain these traits, such as being helpful, angry, or sad? Reincarnation. There is a belief that when we die, our body dies, but the soul doesn't. The soul simply transfers to another body after the death of one. If the soul does exist and changes bodies after death, then how many versions of me are there? I may have been a dog, a snake, or an eagle in a past life, and now I am human. Who am I? How many me's are there? Where does my memory go after I die? People around us name us, shape our characters, and we become what people call us. Do we exist just because they do? Who were the people that lived 10,000 years ago? Those people were not recorded nor remembered by anyone. Do they exist, or did they not exist since we have no way to know or verify their existence? They are probably dead. Who were they? Are we then merely the memory of others? Do we exist only when others have memories of us? Suppose I have amnesia and don't know anything about myself, my habits, language, name. Am I still me? I may still be me, but how? It could be because others have not forgotten about us. By that logic, people in history who are not known by anyone would not exist. Do bacteria and viruses think? If they do, what do they think about me? If they cannot think, do they exist? Is it our thinking about them that makes them exist? If bacteria cannot think, how can we evolve to think? Thinking. What is meant by thinking? Thinking means having a conscious mind and using it to evaluate or deal with a given situation. A conscious mind is a part of mental processing that allows us to think and talk rationally. How much can we think? What is its limit? If it is limited, what happens when we reach that limit? The simple answer is that we start to forget our past memories. Are we then losing parts of ourselves? And if there is no limit to how much we can think, can we process the whole universe inside our brain? Can we create a universe inside it? Would that make a simulation of the universe? If this is possible, are we inside someone's brain? Is this universe actually inside someone's brain? God. What is a God? Is God power? Is God belief? Is God the creator? Is God energy? Why are there so many gods? If I could think and imagine infinitely, I might create a universe where I have incredible power. In that universe, I would be the God. I am the creator. I have all the powers, and I am exactly what gods are. What stops me from being a god? If we are all inside someone's thought, why do we believe in so many gods? Maybe gods were created by the person who created this universe. That means the true God is that person. So, why do we follow and worship other gods? What about the dreams we experience? In dreams, we enter different worlds, perhaps universes of their own. Do we become gods every night? Similarly, am I in someone's dream? If I am the imagination of another being, I am just a character in a show, like Shakespeare said. Was the person who created this universe also created by another? Then who is the master behind all of this? If we are all made of atoms, then how are we not the same? If we are the same, then how can we do, feel, and see differently? Am I different from any other person, or are we all the same? If we are all the same, do I know everyone's secrets? Of course not. I don't. Maybe memories don't matter at all. I also don't feel pain when others have their heads chopped off. Maybe the body doesn't matter. I don't get angry when others do. Maybe emotions don't matter. So what does? If we are different from others in every sense, then what makes me, me? Can someone become me? When do I stop being me?